The oceans cover 71% of the Earth's surface, and living within it, there's an immense abundance and diversity of organisms. Some so small they can barely be seen by the naked eye. However, in spite of their size, these tiny living creatures are among one of the most important. Plankton, as they are known, are divided into three main groups: single-cell microorganisms, known as bacterioplankton; phytoplankton, which are plant-based and the foundation of the marine food chain; and lastly, the small living animals called zooplankton, one of the most numerous groups of organisms on the planet. Now, why do we care about plankton? While plankton are drifters and at the mercy of the ocean currents, they play the most important role dictating all life on Earth as we know it. For instance, plankton performs a unique and imperative task in the balance and support of the whole marine food web, while at the same time influencing many aspects of our lives, from the air we breathe, the petroleum in our cars, to the central role in the global carbon cycle. Should they die out or cease to exist for some reason, it would transform what we know about our oceans and even the Earth itself. In the marine ecosystem, phytoplankton are at the very bottom of the food web, followed by zooplankton and other small predators. These animals are the first responders to the transfer of organic carbon through the marine food web. Such animals like copepod and krill are in turn eaten by other carnivores, carrying it all the way up to the top of the plankton food chain to even larger animals such as dolphins, sharks, and whales. So without plankton, there will be nothing for these large animals to eat, and they would too soon perish. Further, plankton also account for 50% of all photosynthesis on Earth, and so 50% of all oxygen we breathe. And they do so by removing carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, which in turn helps to slow down one of the man's worst achievements, global warming. So why do we care about plankton? Why do we care about what they eat, whether they can survive and reproduce? Well, we already know that without plankton, the oceans will be a watery wasteland. However, it doesn't just stop there, as other animals, for example, seabirds and polar bears, also rely on the marine ecosystem to survive. With that foundation gone, they too would soon die out. Therefore, here we see that a world without plankton would start to affect human life. About 70% of the world population live in close proximity of the coastline and rely on a large amount of food source coming from the oceans. And so, the fate of humanity will soon follow that of seabirds and polar bears. No plankton means no fish, no trade, and therefore a total collapse of the fishery economy, leading to the starvation of millions. Plankton are amazing. They contribute to the ecosystem even when they die, through nutrient cycling. That is because dead plankton sink to the ocean floor, carrying with them decaying organic matter, which is rich in carbon. This process that has been going on for billions of years is also what has formed all of the world's natural reserves, such as oil and gas. So again, no plankton, no fuel for your car, for factories to operate, to generate energy for homes or even entire cities. So think again. Why do we care about plankton? Well, in the absence of this microscopic organism, there will be a global catastrophe and a major collapse in the food web that most of us, humans and animals, wouldn't be able to survive without. And that's a pretty good reason to seek to better understand the impact of human behavior on these important species. So to understand the life cycles of these tiny creatures is to understand indicators of changes in the marine environment, the natural process within it, and to assess humankind's impact on the marine environment.